Our segment today is think greater than our unconscious mind. Yes, think greater than your unconscious freaking mind. Okay? Because your subconscious mind doesn't give a rat's behind. And that's what's important to you. It doesn't give a rat's behind. So, therefore, we want to influence it with consciousness and release the freaking unconsciousness. Because that's the stuff that creates situations for us where we take this poison, drink it, and hope the other schmuck dies. But the schmuck that's dying is us. So let's get out of these programs. These programs don't do us much good. And they terrorize us. This is why 260 million Americans are under stress. Because we keep terrorizing ourselves. So how are we going to get out of terrorizing ourselves? By having greater thoughts, okay? So we can either go conscious up, or we can go unconscious down, like the freaking Titanic. We go down. We go down with the freaking ship. Let's not do that to ourselves. There's nothing good about that. Nothing good to come about that. We want to create the change that we want to be. That's how we have a peaceful existence that comes from the heart. Let's be good to ourselves. So, okay, let me take here resist all inherited programs of unconscious patterns. I'll just explain to you. My dad, a military man, what was the deal with that? He had to know where we were at all freaking times. So, did I inherit some of these things? Absolutely. Did I have to break these patterns? Absolutely. I mean, my father would ask us where you were all the time. What were you doing? What's going on? This, that, and the other thing. Okay. You were in the bathroom. My father asked you, what were you doing? What's going on? You know what? That comes into your mind. You don't even know that you're getting programmed. And all of a sudden, I'm saying to my child, what are you doing? What, you're in the bathroom? Where are you? You know, this, that. I mean, and I started catching myself. You know, I would say to my father, I'm in the bathroom. I'm doing what you're supposed to be doing in the bathroom. My kids would say to me, I'm doing a bowel movement. You know, and it started to wake me up and say, what kind of ridiculous, stupid, do not question am I asking here? Where did this come from? Well, this came from freaking program that I have received, that I have embraced, that I have to get rid of. And I did. And that's what we have to do. We have to be aware. We have to be conscious of our unconsciousness so we can catch that crap and get it out of the way as fast as humanly possible. This is the deal in our lives. We don't want to torment ourselves. We don't want to torture with stuff that isn't even ours, that it's inherited for the love of God. So anyway, it goes on. My father used to be scared. We were little kids, and he would run. Just to say, not to put down my father in any way, because my father was a great man that became very supportive of me and my sisters when we grew up. As we got older, he relaxed, and he actually became more conscious and more supportive of us. But what was the deal? As a kid, I realized, and it took me many, many years to realize this, if we ran around, because back in those days, we weren't getting arthritis in the thumbs, because everybody's working on their phones or their computers, so there's no reason for anybody to get hurt and fall off a bicycle, or fall running, or jumping from one from the garage and onto the ground, or whatever the hell it is that people did back then that they don't do now, that I used to do myself. I used to jump over the roof of the garage. We didn't have computers. So this is what we did, we could prove that we were tough and strong. Anyway, my father, as we were little kids, 3, 4 years old, 5 years old, and running around, and then we would trip and we would hurt ourselves. I didn't realize, but my father would be coming running like the speed of light, and on us. He was on us like a cheap suit at Macy's, and he was like hitting us, and he was doing, "Why are you doing such stupid things? Why are you so dumb to do that and this, that, and the other?" What I came to the conclusion is, when it started to happen to me, okay, with my children, I was programmed. So when my kids took a fall, I got frightened. I saw what it was. Oh my God, my children are getting hurt. Something's going to happen to them. They're going to break an elbow. They're going to break a leg. Whatever the case is. And I would run there. And I'd have to, and I'd hold my hand up, and I had to resist all of this programming that says, go and hit this child. And I didn't do it. But let me tell you something. It took every ounce of strength that I had not to do something, because it was innate in me. And that's something that I had to work out of my system. So we need to be aware of these unconscious thoughts if we are going to move north into higher consciousness, so we can look at these things and say, you know what, I don't want any part of that, and I'm willing to change my thinking. And when something like that comes my way, I will change. I will not react the way that I was taught to react. So let's work on our unconsciousness so we can become more conscious, and we can change. We can change who we are, and that's what we're here for. We're in a journey to go north, not south. So let's go north and become that individual we are supposed to be. Whatever the trauma is that you have, it has a solution. And it comes from getting into your heart, getting into your consciousness, getting into awareness. And that's where you're going to make the biggest gains. Well, listen, please subscribe, and like our videos and share. And we do have a surprise coming for the subscribers that we'll be offering very shortly. We thank you, and we'll see you in the next segment. I am Gus Barni. Thanks.